All right, guys, for the last part of this dish, we're gonna do a dessert. So the dessert we're gonna do is a warm peppered strawberry with a Grand Marnier sauce, served with shortcake and vanilla bean ice cream. So come check it out. First thing we're gonna do, gonna heat our pan. And we're gonna start with about 5 tablespoons of butter and brown sugar. Now, I previously cut up a lot of our strawberries here, so we don't have to worry about those. And we'll grab some extra butter just in case we need it. All right, so we're gonna start with our butter first. We'll drop in about 4 tablespoons of butter. And we'll let that heat melt down a little bit. And be careful with your butter so you don't burn it. So make sure you constantly move it around, that way it melts, because as soon as you add the brown sugar in, it's gonna go pretty fast from here. That's just about where I want it. Now that our butter's just about melted, we're gonna start adding in our brown sugar. Now I'm gonna take about half of this right now so I can layer it in, so I can control it. So add that brown sugar in there. And you want to be in constant motion with this. You don't want it to sit too long. You don't want it to stick. You don't want it to harden up on you. So you want to constantly move this guy around. It's a great dessert. My wife loved it the first time she had it. So I want some pretty good points. So if you guys might want to pay attention. Now, as you'll start to see, once your butter and your brown sugar mixes together, you'll start to get this kind of golden-ish color. You want to keep that color in. That's the color you want. So I'm going to do that by keep stirring it before I add my strawberries in. Strawberries, they're nice and firm, but as soon as you hit them with this sugar and this butter here, they're going to cook down really, really quickly. All right, we're going to leave this alone for a second. What we're going to start to look for is little bitty bubbles right on the outskirts of this. Don't know if you can see it. There, we're gonna look for a little bit of bubbles. That's letting us know our pan is hot enough to add our strawberries in. And we can go ahead and complete this dish. And this is about maybe a carton full of strawberries here. You can go more if you want, you can go less if you want. But for this dish, I think we got the right amount of sugar, right amount of butter for this. So what I'm gonna do is just simply add these guys right in. What I'm looking for is, you see the white and the strawberry there? I want that to turn to a little translucent color. That's how I know that they're done. That way they're still firm enough with a nice little bite, but they're coated enough in the sugar here. What we'll do is we'll give them a quick toss, and then we'll add in our alcohol. Now, what we're using in addition for the sauce is Grand Marnier. So anybody that knows Grand Marnier is great by itself, but it's even better with a nice dessert. So we're gonna add this in. Now you can use 3/4 to the whole bottle, it won't hurt anything. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna cook this down till we cook all the alcohol out of it. Grand Marnier, just like any other liquor, has about a 40% alcohol content rating. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook this down till we cook all the alcohol out of it. So all of this liquid in the pan will start to thicken up here. And you'll start to see the strawberries in the middle start going from white to that translucent color. That's what we want. As you see, my sauce is thickening up here. And just keep moving them around. Now they're called warm pepper strawberries for a reason. because we actually include black pepper with these guys. So you can either add it now or add it as a finishing touch. I like to do a little bit of both. So I got my pepper grinder here, and what I'm doing is going to do some fresh cracked pepper right over the top. Really nice. We're starting to lose the whites in here, which means our strawberries are ready. Our sauce is thickened up, kind of nice. So we're gonna go pull these guys off heat. And now we're gonna prepare the rest of our dessert. The biggest thing that you wanna do is create an experience, create something memorable out of that experience. That's where some of the best dishes come from. So with this puts me back in the mind of when my wife and I were dating and watching her reaction to not only seeing me make this, but her eating it here. So it definitely brings back a lot of nostalgia, a lot of good feelings for me. So let me plate this up and give it to you guys. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use, you can use any vanilla ice cream. I personally like vanilla bean ice cream, mainly because I like the specks of vanilla that's in it. It makes a good, nice contrast for that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a couple of scoops of ice cream to this shortcake. And you can be as stingy or generous. Because those strawberries are warm, as soon as it hits this ice cream, it's gonna start melting it down. So what you're gonna end up with is a nice little strawberry pepper sundae. And now what we're gonna do is we are going to layer our warm strawberries on top. Now what you want to do, get the strawberries first before you do the liquid, because the liquid is hot. Then you can take some of that juice from that Grand Marnier sauce and drizzle right on top. Once finished, you garnish with a nice little mint leaf. Maybe two, and serve.
We're about to get right to this. I'm not even gonna waste no time. Y'all saw how this was prepared. I'm just happy that I'm in the seat today. It's been a foodie cruiser to be tasting this goodness, but I've never had cooked strawberries. I've never seen anybody do that. So yeah, let's get to it. Is there anything that this man cannot prepare? Oh, bruh. Oh my God. Listen. We have to have a brunch. I don't see any way around it. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. He put pepper on top of the ice cream, and I've never seen anybody do that. Where did you get that from? What was the inspiration behind putting pepper on it?
Well, the inspiration behind it is something I came up with. I've seen others do it in that fashion, but pepper is probably my favorite spice. It's underrated. And fresh cracked pepper is probably what I would use universally on anything, because it adds so much character and complexity to any dish, or simplicity in a dish, really. So I figured with the warm strawberries, with the sweetness, with a little bit of hint of that, a little bit of touch of spice from that cracked pepper would go very well with the vanilla bean.
And based on you saying that and me trying it, it makes perfect sense, because it's like, it's not overbearing. It's like just enough to kick you and pull back out.
It's enough to make you wonder what it is to be okay with eating.
Right. It's It's like it's too late because I know it tastes good now. Listen, y'all. I don't have too much to say about this, but it's another great dish prepared by ChefJBanks. I will probably be back in his kitchen. But I also want to point out that besides him being a great chef, him and his wife have a great business called The Muted Home. M-U-T-E-D-H-O-M-E. The Muted Home. We're gonna put the information up on screen where you can go to their website, their Instagram, and check them out. They have a lot of great products. Some of the stuff that you've seen in the video today was their own products. So I just want to give thanks to, I call them the Banks family, for having Cruisin with Gregory J in their home. Appreciate it. Much success in everything that you do. Hope God continues to bless you and your family and your business. And thanks again, man, for being on Cruisin with Gregory J. Until next time, peace.